If you think about it, there are some things in this world that aren't meant to be scary, and most often they are. Take Candle Cove, for instance. The writer who created the show seemed like he was trying to make an innocent enough children's show. Creepy, but innocent. I have a bit of history with that damn show. Here it is. June 24th, 2010. I'm trying to find out more about Candle Cove. I know it exists because I watched the first, 3 episodes, but got bored after the 5th one. I heard that it was getting a new season, and I remembered the show. I remember it as the pirate show, and my parents thought it was weird that I would stay up until 5 in the morning waiting for nothing but static to come on. I didn't know if they were messing with me or not, because Candle Cove is definitely not static. It's something more than that. Something terrible. June 25th, 2010. After writing that first entry, I decided to dig up some news about Candle Cove, maybe even find some more episodes. I was on the internet about midnight when I received a text message from someone. It was all in binary. When decoded, the message said, "Meet me." What did he mean, meet me? Was I supposed to meet whoever that was somewhere? I don't know. June 26th, 2010. I found an episode of Candle Cove. It was from Season 1, and it was at least the 5th episode. It's funny because I don't remember ever seeing something like this. The episode I saw depicted it being Janice's birthday, and the pirates and the Skin Taker and the rest of the characters sang Happy Birthday. Then Skin Taker broke off into a weird song I assume was called 1 Year Closer. When he finished the song, all the puppets kind of stared at the camera, their eyes glassy. Then out of nowhere, skeletons came out. Yes, you 4chan fans, you can literally say skeletons popped out. The scary thing about it was skeletons kept grabbing Janice's weird areas. Ugh. June 27th, 2010. I contacted someone I met over the internet who apparently watched Candle Cove when it was on TV. He told me to come to his house and interview him. At first I was wary, but then I realized this was Candle Cove we were going to talk about. When I got there, I noticed his house was immaculate. But that was mostly because he had nothing but a TV and a bed in his house. It didn't look like he had much food there either. When I was asking him questions, he kept staring off into space, and it took me seconds, sometimes even minutes, to get him to come back to Earth and keep talking to me. When I brought up the Skin Taker, he just screamed and fell over unconscious. I tapped him, but it seemed like he wouldn't wake up for hours. Now I know this might sound creepy, but I'm willing to do anything to find out about Candle Cove. I went upstairs and searched his room for anything that had possibly anything to do with that damn show. I found some concept art, but it was singed, so much that I could barely even tell what it was. There was also a note that I will read that's from the guy who lived across the street from me when I was younger, who I will describe better in the next entry, but for now, I need some rest. June 30th, 2010. Wow, I slept for nearly 4 days. I don't ever remember doing that, ever. I remember some dreams that I had during the 4-day sleep period thingy thing. Skin Taker was chasing me down a long, dark hallway as other villains from the show came around corners. First there was Horace Horrible, then Milo, and then something terrible that I thought I'd never see again. He was tall. He was dressed like a normal man. But he was also decaying something terrible, and I could literally smell his burning flesh as he stumbled around the corner. The man was some strange old guy who lived on my street when I was about 10, who would sometimes go onto my lawn when my parents were at home and stare in through my window. I remember his house burning down about 2 years later when I was home alone. Apparently it was suicide. I don't want to know what made him burn his house down, but I feel I must. I'm going to his house tomorrow to look for clues. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Here's that note I found at the man's house. Dear Lucille,
I don't know how much longer I can take this. The nightmares are becoming more frequent, more disturbing. Most of them are of him, but all of them have the same picture. That kid who lives across the street from me, with his eyes gouged out. If only there was a way I could warn him about that damn Candle Cove show before it's too late.
Sincerely, Bill. June 31st, 2010. What I saw in that house will most likely make me not able to sleep for days, maybe even years. The house was nothing but a patch of dirt now. But knowing better, I dug into the dirt, and soon I hit something. There was a note. It says, "Percy was a pirate, the greatest one around. Percy was a pirate, he never wore a frown. Until one day Mr. Skintaker came to town and took all the other children down to his workshop, where he would chop and sew skin to his new cape, always looking for new children to rape." This is getting fucking disturbing. July 1st, 2010. I'm regretting ever getting involved in this. Every time I come home from school, I swear I can hear the screams of those poor children, their skin ripping and their flesh being taken off their bones and stuck onto the skeleton man's cape. I'm ending this for now, and I thank anyone who helped me. I don't know what I'll do after this. Maybe I'll even destroy the notebook. But one thing's for sure, I'll never search for that damn show at all. Ever again.